Hey, what's going on, guys? I have a part 1 to I don't know how many part series it will be for logo modeling. We're just going to go and jump right into it. Go ahead and drag your AI files into here, select all your paths, and go into connect. And then go ahead and delete all your other paths. Alright, drag this out. You don't really need it. You go ahead and delete that. Alright, now go ahead and make it 3D by using your extrude NURBS, dragging it in there like that. Then go ahead and make this a little larger. I'm going to drag mine to about 50. Nothing too simple, nothing too complicated, my bad. After you've done that, you're going to want to go ahead and select your extrude NURBS and hit C. That way it go ahead and that way it goes and does I don't know what the fuck this is doing. It's pissing me off. Alright, anyway, go ahead and select C. That way it'll make it editable. Select cap 1. This will be the front of your logo, and go ahead and make that editable so you can select these. Right click and hit knife, go into this view right here. That way you can go ahead and knife up or cut the different parts you want on your logo. I'm gonna go ahead and just put mine like this, and then right here make it cut in half, just for tutorial purposes we'll do this, and then cut it here. Alright, after we've done that, go ahead and go into your other view. I don't know why that just got so big. Go into your other view. Go into bevel. Click the ones you want to extrude in. Go ahead and bevel it in just a little bit like this. And then go ahead and extrude it in like this. Don't make it too far in, but a decent amount. And lately, I don't know why this has been doing this right here. It's been kind of making like a line, and that'll screw it up. Potentially, it makes it different. I don't know. Anyway, on to the actual tutorial part. We're just gonna start out by filling in, some of these with tubes and stuff. Go ahead and grab a cylinder. Nothing too complicated. This Lightroom, this is an effects Lightroom. I'm not sure who it's by. All I know is I got it off of Wilson's HD. Great guy. You should go check him out. This is not my Lightroom. This is not my anyway, not my Lightroom. Go ahead and just change the radius and drag the size down. And then I'm gonna go ahead over here and make it to where it lines up and see exactly how big I need to make it still. Drag it in. Go ahead and drag the size up a little more, the length. That's good. Okay, go to cylinder, go to caps, and select fillet. That'll make it into like a tube thing. Once again, you can drag it up a little more. Don't drag it up too far because you don't want it coming out. But anyway, after you fit it there, come back over here and rotate it to where it's straight up and down again. Once you've done that, go ahead and make it editable. Actually, first, before you do that, go to height segments and put it to 9. You never want an even number, you always want an odd number. Go ahead and make this editable. Come over here and select ring selection. Select the top one and the bottom one, like this. Whoops. Boom. Go to bevel, bevel it in just a little bit. Go to extrude and extrude it out. After you've done that, go back to your ring selection, select the one under the top one, skip one, select another one, skip one, select, skip one, select. Go to bevel, bevel it in just a tiny bit like this. Go to extrude, and this time extrude it inward like that. After you've done that, go back to your ring selection. Select this one, and this one. And then you can just extrude them out just, however much you want it. That's good. Then go ahead and drag your texture onto it. A nice glow texture always does good. Then select these ones right here and drag a metal material on. And then select these as well and drag a glow material on like that. Now you've got that. The things like this, the white part under here, you can always go through and drag materials on there, make it a lot better, but just for tutorial purposes, I'm gonna leave it alone. And then you can also come up to the top over here you can select all of these, and you can go ahead and do like a matrix extrude. It's pretty common around. It's not too hard, but you can go ahead and right click and go to matrix extrude. Where you at? And just extrude it just a little bit. You know, nothing too large, just something that would look pretty cool. Something like that. Once you've done that, go ahead and you can drag a metal material onto it. You know, something like that. Then you're gonna want to go ahead and make it movable. Go drag your move tool and drag it back over to where you were in your logo. Okay. Drag it forward. Then you're gonna want to rotate it. Hold shift. That way you can just go by 5 degrees, however much you need it. And then move it into place. I'm gonna go ahead and move it a little more that way. Something like that. Alright guys, now you move it back into your logo, like so. Don't make it too far back because you're going to end up putting some cogwheels in there. So maybe something like that, you know, just to where it'll look pretty nice in there. Now once you've done that, go ahead and drag your cogwheels, make it smaller. Make it smaller. You're going to want to make it pretty damn small. And then go ahead and drag an extrude NURBS onto your cogwheel. That way it makes it 3D. Now go into your extrude NURBS and bring the radius down to about 3. Drag it in this way and drag it in this way in front. You don't want it too big, so make it smaller. But this is what's going to be filling up the back. It's not that check how much time I've got. 6 minutes already. It's not too bad. Okay, anyway. Once you do that, go into this view here. Copy and paste them. Just kind of fill up the empty spaces behind. I'm trying to go fast here for tutorial purposes. But anyway, just fill up behind it. You know, nothing too difficult. If you need to, make them smaller. You can go this way. You know, come down here, make them smaller. Just, you know, things like that, just to fill up the spaces. Nothing too difficult. You just gotta play around with it, figure out what looks good. I'm just trying to go fast because I don't want this to take too long. This is just gonna be part 1. It's not gonna be anything too difficult. Just simple stuff like this. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna delete that one because I don't need it. Okay. After you've done that, go ahead and group all of them. You do that by selecting all of them. Holding Alt G, it'll group them. Go ahead and name them cogs. And then go ahead and drag a metal material onto them. If you don't have a metal material, you can always find one. I don't know why the small ones are in front. Just select those and bring them behind. I don't know how many small ones I actually had, but just bring them behind. About right there is good. Okay, anyway, you can fill that up however you want it. Then I'm going to come back into this view so I can make this, get a freehand spline and kind of go to where you want it. Kind of make it squiggly, but not too squiggly. I'm trying to get it good. That's a little too big. This is the hard part. Trying to get this good. My arm's falling asleep. Oh, why is my mouse not working? Anyway, this is good. We're just going to leave it as it is. Just move it. Go back into this view. Just move it in front of your logo. Just move it like this. You're not going to want to sweep NURBS it. You're going to want to bring on a Reaper FX, or Reaper X, I mean. Go to your Reaper, bring the strands down to 1, bring the radius down to 1, bring the distance down to 1. Something like that. Go ahead and make it smaller, that way it doesn't show. through your logo. You know, something like that. Nothing too difficult. Go ahead and drag a glow texture onto it. That way it's glowy like that. Copy your Reaper FX, delete the material, and then on the second Reaper, go ahead and change the strands to 2 and drag on a metal material to the second one. Now, a lot of the times it's going to appear as if there's two gray materials like that. If that's the case, all you have to do is click on the one with 2 and drag it backwards until you see the first material, and that way that's like that. Anyway guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. This has been part 1 to my I don't know how many part series. I'm going to try and keep these as short as possible. 10 minutes, you know, it's not too bad. But anyway guys, thank you, and give me at least 5 or 10 likes, I'll make a part 2. But I'll go ahead and quickly show you the render that I'm going to try to teach you guys. Oops, like I said, I'm going to try and make this go as quickly as possible. But you know, just take some time to go through and actually do the things, make it look nice. This is the render that I'm going to show you guys. You know, you got the tubes here, the cogwheels in the back, the multicolored spline, you got something holding the tubes. Those are always nice, you know, things like that. Anyway guys, like I said, 5 or 10 likes would be very grateful. And this has been part 1. Rev out.